Yo, welcome back. Mic check. Guys, again, this is 2026, the start of 2026, but I still wanted to do a review. I didn't have the time, I didn't have the chance to do reviews of the entire year of movies that I've seen in 2025. I will break this up into two parts. Part one being the not so best movies, and then the part two being the best movies of 2025. And I do want to credit, I will, tag people and everything if you want information on the movies and stuff like that if you haven't seen them. I do promise not to make this like a spoiler type video to you guys, because I do want to make sure that if you haven't seen the movies that I'm going to speak about, you have a chance to speak about, to go look at them. And so last year was very fun. I'm going to read them off my phone if you don't mind. I'm going to read. Actually, today, even though it is 2026, I did go and see David, Angel Studios David, which is a really good movie. I would honestly recommend anyone to go see it. It was very good and my family enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So, not so best movies. Okay, we're not gonna say worse. We're not gonna say, oh my gosh, no, these are bad movies or whatever. Like, dude, no, we're not gonna do that. Starting off with Moana 2. We saw Moana 2 as a family, and I will definitely say it is in my not so best movies of 2025. I gave it a score of like 4 out of 10. It was engaging. It was great. And but for some reason I felt like there was not much character depth and it felt very generic. Even towards the villain, the main villain of the story. It felt like, okay, the villain was just there. But still, Moana 2, 4 out of 10. Next on my list. Now, I am a huge Captain America fan. I am a massive Captain America fan. But I was not that big of a fan for Captain America Brave New World. I was watching the movie and I'm like, it felt rushed. It felt like, I don't know. I was definitely hoping better. I do know that they had to go through reshoots and things like that. And the problem is, for me, is that I could see where they did the reshoots, where they added stuff in to fill in gaps and to fill in the story. And I was like, I don't know. But definitely will say that's because of me loving Captain America and loving what he stands for. I will definitely give that a 5 out of 10. Probably just not what I was expecting it to be. Sorry. And Marvel, if y'all have seen this, I'm sorry. No shame to anybody, even the creators, the people who were acting in it. Anthony Mackie. I love Anthony Mackie. I love, Harrison Ford. Amazing job as Thunderbolt Rock. But I don't know. Moving on. A Minecraft movie wasn't bad. It was funny. It was good. I give it a definite 5 out of 10 again for this one, because I'm at a point in my life and it's a point in my creative walk as a director and writer, is that when I see movies and I see characters and actors portray certain things, I expect them to do different things in different movies. I love Jason Momoa. I love his spirit, both in front of a camera as well as outside in the real world. I love his spirit. He's so free, he's so cool. I love Jack Black, but I want them to play in roles that don't seem like Jack Black and Jason Momoa, if that makes sense. I want more depth to them. It was an entertaining movie, had very funny moments, but I definitely want to see more of them in a different light than what I have seen, because I feel like I've seen them in front of a camera so much, and that's not what I want. That's not what I want to see. But yes, moving on. And Minecraft, again, 5 out of 10. Thunderbolts was definitely something that I want to put on my not so best list. I love Marvel to the nth degree. I love DC Comics to the nth degree. About this movie, the thing that I love about this movie is that it was a mental health movie. It talked about the things that we don't talk about, the trauma that we have endured and what it makes of us and out of us. It spoke about those things. It spoke about, the darkness that's inside of all of us, the things that we don't talk about, we don't say out loud, or we don't even write out or anything like that. It kind of spoke on that. So it had great, and it was entertaining, but for some reason, the execution of everything put together, I was like, I was expecting more of Sentry. I was expecting way more of Sentry. And I feel like The Void got more light than Sentry did. And I feel like we have made a mockery of a lot of very powerful superheroes recently in a lot of movies, both DC and Marvel. Thunderbolts, I give it a 5 out of 10. It was okay. Lilo and Stitch. I am not a fan of the remakes. I'm not a fan of the remakes of something that's already been done. I am a fan of Lilo and Stitch. I think he's an adorable character, but some of the changes that they made in the movie, I felt some of them, not all of them. Please understand what I'm saying. Not all of them were bad, but I do feel that some of them weren't good either. I feel like the movie was kind of all over the place in certain ways, and I think that wasn't wise to do for something and someone as beloved as Stitch. So with that, I will definitely give it a 4 out of 10. Moving on. Elio was not a bad movie. I feel like it was very colorful. It was great, but it was a movie that I'm like, in hindsight of watching it, I feel like, okay, I went to see it, and that's about it. So yeah. It was great. It had moments. Again, it's not the best, but I would not give it more than a 5 out of 10. Sorry. Fantastic Four: The First Steps. I will give that movie a solid 6 out of 10. It wasn't the best to me. I remember somebody asked me what I thought about it. I told them, and I'm going to tell you guys, it wasn't fantastic to me. And I guess one of the things that I love the kind of 50s and look, 60s kind of retro look, 50s to 60s retro look. I love that. It was nice. It was definitely something different. I loved Galactus. I loved Ralph doing that voice. His voice is like, I don't even know. I really don't even know. His voice is just something else. I was not a fan of the Silver Surfer for this movie, not being misogynistic or anything like that towards this version of Silver Surfer. I was just always in love with Norrin Radd. Just a personal preference. Not saying everybody got to follow my lead, but I was sold, and I thought Doug Jones did a great job as the original Silver Surfer back in Tim Story's Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. I feel like he did great. There was mystery behind his face, there was mystery behind his motions, but he was very powerful. Good and well, like just staring at him, you couldn't fight him, you couldn't take him on. So I definitely miss his version of Silver Surfer. Johnny Storm was great. I think he was great. I thought it was great that they gave him he's just not good looking, but he's smart too. He's resourceful too, which gives him reason and gravitas towards him being on a space expedition. So there is room to say that he's not dumb. He's very smart. So I do love that they showed that and showcased that. But I was really hoping for more. I love Pedro, but I would have loved to see someone else play Mr. Fantastic. Me personally. Yeah. I'm gonna just 6 out of 10. I'll give it a 6 out of 10 for Fantastic Four: The First Steps. Tron Ares. You guys have seen my review for Tron Ares. From the villains that I did not talk about, like Evan Peters, I wanted to see his ties to Cillian Murphy's character from Tron Legacy. I would have loved to see more of that dynamic from that family, and I didn't get. I feel like the movie was just not the best. It could have been. Nine Inch Nails score was pretty amazing. Not as good as Daft Punk. Not saying Nine Inch Nails isn't good, but Daft Punk, you guys just changed the complete game of synthwave music for cinema to me. Just to me. Literally just to me. But 5 out of 10. Last but not least of my worst movies. I'm sorry. Scratch what I just said. Not best. Hey, not best movies of 2025 has to go to James Gunn's Superman. There's so much I could say, but I won't say it because time is of the essence and there's things that need to go on elsewhere and down the line, but I just don't want to say it. Everything that comes to mind. But this movie was a huge letdown for me as a Superman lover. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy in this film when I should have saw Superman in this film. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy essence in this film, except instead of seeing a DC Superman essence. I feel like this movie had too many characters, especially with the Justice Gang. I didn't like, yeah, it's so much I can say. And maybe I'll get a chance to talk about it more, hopefully, so that people can truly understand what I'm saying and why I'm saying it, which I probably, you know what, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make a note to actually come back and say why I did not enjoy this film and why I was very let down by this film. So hopefully soon I'll make a video about that. So definitely solid 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry if these movies did not scream to you guys as not so best. This was just my opinion. It's just something that I saw, the things that I picked up when I saw these films. I was definitely expecting more from these films. Literally, these films, I was expecting more. I was hoping for more. Didn't get them. And so it was kind of a letdown of seeing them, if that makes sense. So yeah, so I'll come back later with my best movies of 2025, and I cannot wait to talk about those because yeah, toodles.